Hello guys, this is part 2 of the Battle of Mycale 479 BCE. We have seen some initial action here. No banners dealt yet, but heavy casualties anyway. As you can see here, we have many blocks in the casualty area here. We have seen the Spartans just waiting out. Maybe they are looking and waiting for news on what's happening there. They have not moved yet. No combat at all, not even a skirmish. On the Athenian front, if you could say that, this is the beach. We have the sea there. We have seen plenty of action on the right hand side. The center has also just been staring out each other. But here we did see a Greek breakthrough. Athenians under Xanthippus just rushed into the Persian lines. They opened the battle with a double time command card, so they instantly got into contact with the Persians here. But as you can see, that came with a expensive costing in life, because all these units are at least hit for 1 block, many of them for 3 or 1 for 2 blocks there. And I mean, a Persian counterattack with some luck with the dice could basically wipe out this flank here. The one good unit left is this 3 block attached to Xanthippus himself, so those are of course deadly. So we are seeing the next Greek turn now, and well, as a matter of fact, they could now decide on whatever front they want to activate now. We have 2 there, 2 in the center, or 3 on the left hand side if we want to commit the Spartans to the fight now. I feel that we should actually continue here and keep the action here, simply because if we let that be and the Persians are lucky to get an activation here and hit first, they will kill off a few units here. It's as simple as that. So I will actually go for 2 here, and now let's see what we can do. Xanthippus will for sure be activated. He wants to press on. I have these guys who will be a suicide commando this turn, I guess. It would be good to start decimating that guy there. What other options do we have? We could move it up there and attack the camp actually, because if we get that, we will get a banner and we will get 1 more unit. That would be great. I mean, if we could convert these guys to Greeks, that would be awesome. I mean, it's a risk, but I think it's worth it. So we'll do that, because it's only 1 block here. We have a good chance to wipe that guy out actually. I didn't actually see that till now, that we have that good opportunity. I'm happy I saw that. So I will activate that suicide commando there, who will rush up the walls of the Persian camp and break in, hoping to catch these bow units. Xanthippus will of course follow up in the footsteps of that vanguard there, because they can now support those guys with hitting with leader symbols in their attack. Now's the question: what's the penalty to attack on those fortified camps? I need to check that up really quick. I think I have the rule book here somewhere. Yep. Let's have a quick look. I'll leave the camera on, because I think this will be fast. Yes, here it is. Close combat, defending fortified, disregard 1 sword symbol and 1 flag. Okay, so 1 sword will not hit on those guys. Ranged, disregard 1 flag. Okay. And there was something else. Yeah, a unit on a fortified camp rolls one fewer battle dice than usual, both in close and range. Yeah, okay. But that's good. I mean, we need one green symbol or a leader symbol. If we could get two sword symbols, that the other one would count. So this could be really, really good. So let's see. So we'll start with that attack. We get 4 dice. And let's see what happens. We got the hit we wanted. We got 2 hits actually. So we kill this guy off. And by that we are getting the first Greek banner. And I will of course momentum advance there. I need to hold this ground though till my the start of the next Greek turn. I forgot that to be honest. But I had to hold this hex to be able to remove the camp hex, so that we could get a Persian counterattack here, taking it back actually. That's how it goes. But next up will be Xanthippus himself. He has 2 targets with his unit. He could attack those mediums, which would be nice. We could also attack these auxilia here. But do I really want to do that? We could convert those to Greek units with a bit of luck. Sooner or later. So I will actually go for the medium infantry there. I mean, if we could get those guys to retreat, we could follow up and do another attack, and that could be really devastating, but we need 2 flags to see that happening. So 4 dice, and all bells and whistles included because we had a leader with us. 1, 2 hits, first of all, and a flag that he can ignore. Maybe. It depends on the fate of that leader, actually. He survived. So those guys will now hit back with 4 dice too. And they got no hits at all. 1 flag, which we will ignore because we have Xanthippus with us. So overall, a success by the Greeks here. Now they only need to hold that camp for 1 turn. So we're gonna see if the Persians can answer to that. At least we know one of the cards. It's the far move from the last time, right? And they have 2 in the center. Is that enough? Well, it could be, because we could activate the bow units firing. We could also move in for a close combat there. I think we have to throw in what we have now too. The other one would be to move these guys into close combat and move the leader there. And by that we also could hit with the leader symbol, giving us a bigger chance to hit. I mean, we have 3 dice with the auxilia there. Or just move up the auxilia and do 1 fire with the bow unit there. We've got 2 dice and we need a blue. Maybe even maybe we don't have a clear line of sight. Okay, that. Let's do the first option. I will do a close combat, hoping to get that with the auxilia, supported by that Persian leader, who is a guy called Mardantes. Okay, so yeah, so I played this card obviously, and let's see, 3 dice, we need 1 hit. The Greeks in the camp can ignore 1. I think they can, yeah, of course they can benefit of the Persian walls there, or palisades. And they ignored that one, that is not a hit, but this is a hit. Luckily we did that option, because now we hit because of the adjacent leader, who we can actually flip up here. So the Greeks actually, they took the camp, but they couldn't really get control of it, because more Persians was pouring in, and they took it back. And not only that, they got a banner for eliminating that hoplite unit actually. Next question, do I want to go into that camp? I don't believe so right now, because I fight less efficiently from that camp. We don't have any Greek units that can enter the camp right now, at least. The only thing, if we could get on double time again, I don't think that's likely to happen, so I will not go in there. I will stay put here. I can go back here if needed, if the Athenians would activate now. So, a good turn by the Persians. So, the Greeks again. Inspired left leadership is a new card we have. So, sadly for the Greeks, we cannot press on here. So it's either the Athenians or the Spartans now. This is kind of a critical choice now, actually. The thing is that if we activate these guys in the center, which I think is the Athenian allies, they are some other Greeks, I think. But anyway, if I activate those, it's only hoplite units. They are very slow. They will not even reach the river yet. But and we don't know if we can press on the next turn, because we only have one card in that section. So if we activate these, we can only activate 2 units. There will be a break in the line. Or we could go with that guy 1 hex and then follow up with the leader. But I don't know really. Or should we actually start moving on with the Spartans? We know we can do 2 turns in a row here at least. I think I'll opt for the Spartans now. So I will activate 3 units here. We will throw some javelins there, and like that. So we start to march up here now. I think I had to take a quick look in the rulebook again regarding ranged fire from a hill. So let's see, battle. This is only really? Max in 2 battle dice uphill, 3 dice downhill, mounted 2 in hill to hill. There's no limit in, as I can see, for ranged combat actually. So we will get those 2 dice from there then. We can flip up these because there will be no combat anymore. Next time we can enter the river and start attacking. But first of all, let's see if we are able to soften up the defenses on the other hand. So it's a throw over this gully, or not a gully, it's a river dividing that foothills. So yeah, it's 2 dice and we only have 1 target, so, and that's a miss. So no hits from here, but we are now in position to attack the Persians up in the hills. So the Persians get excellent chance to kill off some more Greeks if they just would get the card for it. So let's see, we have this one, And we got 2 in the center. Well, well, well. 2 in the center. Or should we continue with some skirmishing? What could we do? We could skirmish with both those units now. We could skirmish with those guys. And we could actually reposition those if we want to as well. We could skirmish with that guy. We could skirmish with that guy, but we need to move in first. So I think... I mean, the other option, okay, we could continue with this dynamic duo here. They could move there with the Auxilia, following up with the leader and hit with 3 dice against Xanthippus hoplites. That would be kind of good too. Because we would hit with leader symbols. And we're also blocking the path to the camp. With a bit of luck we could actually wipe out these guys. We need 3 hits, we have 3 dice. Hitting with swords, blue symbols and also leader symbols. Tempting. And even if we don't wipe out these guys, if we just get a few hits there, they are very weakened for the next turn. I think this calls for a roll. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 6. Okay. The Persians go with a kind of more aggressive option here, moving in for the kill in close combat against those phalanxes there. So we activate that guy in the center and that guy in the center. And we move up. The Auxilia there, they will bravely go into combat. And we follow up here. Sorry, that should be activated still because he can battle, and that was all. We will battle now with 3 dice. And for once we are really looking for a good Persian roll now. And of course we totally missed that guy. I mean, we have seen these things happening before. We think we go in for the kill, especially with the Persians. Then it's a total disaster with their die rolls, and suddenly the balance tips again to the Greeks. It's crazy. But first of all, we need to see how Xanthippus phalanx answers to that crazy attack of those lights. Well, to be honest, none of the guys here seems to be very eager to fight. I think they're just screaming and shouting bad words at each other. You son of a Hydra or something like that. So, but we are having a nice line of defense with the Persians here now, and that I like. So I feel quite safe with the Persian army there. Well, I think there are enough troops to grind down the Greeks. So for the Greeks, they of course see that too. They really need to hurry with the Spartans to get them into action now. We need some victory banners from them. Okay, that was the Persians. Time for the Greek response again. 2 cards in the center now. Okay, so I think we'll anyway continue pressing on. I want to get some pressure on different sides on the battlefield now, so the Persians want to shift the focus if possible. So I will go in here, do the fight, then let's see what card we grab for the next turn. If we don't get any good activations, we will start moving up the other Greek allies there in the center. I mean, in 2 turns time we will be able to attack the light units there at least. So we play the inspired left leadership, and we go in for the kill now. Even though we will only battle with 2 dice, but remember we have Leotychides with us, so we will hit with many dice rolls here, or dice sides, I would say. Okay, now it's the question, who should we attack? Well, that guy don't have that many options, so we attack the Auxilia there. It's 2 dice because of the river, and also because we're battling uphill, so it's only 2 dice anyway. Alright, this is interesting. 2 retreat flags. He ignores 1, the other one he cannot take. Luckily for him, it's his Auxilia, so he's only retreating 1 hex per flag, so we lose 1 block there. And they will fight back with 2 dice. Otherwise they will get 3 dice from the downhill attack maximum, but the river prevents them from rolling 3 dice. So 2 dice from the Auxilia, and they were really lucky. They got 2 hits on the Spartans here. So not that great of an initial success from the Spartans either. But we will follow up the attack with Leotychides himself, directing an attack towards the same hill there. It's 2 dice, 1 hit, slowly grinding those hill defenders there. They will of course fight back, and they have no leader with them, so they completely missed the flank attack by Leotychides, and I think they start wavering there now. We have 1 more. That's the Auxilia with the Spartans. They will attack the lights. Question is, should we now evade? I don't think we should, because we are fighting in kind of equal terms. Well, kind of not. No, really, actually not, because these guys hit with both leader symbols and sword symbols. These guys only hit with green symbols now. So maybe I should give ground there anyway. And we can use that guy to skirmish later. I will do that. So the lights rush off the hills. The Auxilia will though roll 2 dice, but only hit with greens as they are evading. No hits, and I cannot gain ground because they evaded. So, well, we are breaking through with some heavy casualties on the first assault. The phalanx who did the first assault uphill, they took some bad hits from probably from some javelins on the slopes there. But anyway, we are gaining ground as the Spartans, and that's good. It's the Persians. Light troops or move I move. Yeah. Well, this could... It's kind of a similar cards here. We have 2 skirmishes to do. I mean, the Persian, you know, they would have 5 command cards in a normal scenario. So I can activate 5 units with both these cards and skirmish it out. Or battle it out with, because we are standing adjacent to some good units there. But it's 5 units. We have some fine bows there. I think this is not too bad of a card actually. The only thing, this card can only, yeah, you can only do ranged combat with that card. So I will actually activate some lights with this card instead, because I can now, I can move through my own units and I can close combat also. Yeah, let's do that. So I can activate 5 units, and I'll be kind of aggressive here. I will attack with those guys fiercely against Xanthipus. I will activate at least those bows. Can get a fire against that lone unit there. And I activate those bows too. So now I can get the fire against those weakened phalanxes there. I have one more to activate, and I will get those guys into combat now. I don't want to, you know, let the Greeks over the river and up the hills. It's a strong position to defend here, so I want to get those guys in there. Because I can also battle, you know. So that's 5 units. Let's see, we have the movement first. Those guys moves up there, they will battle. No movement otherwise. So from here I will now actually battle Leotychides guys, because, you know, both these guys roll 2 dice each in battle back, and so they fight equally well on the river here, but those are more valuable blocks to get hits on. On the other hand, I can see one benefit of attacking this guy, and that's of course they are not supported, so any flags would force them to retreat off that river. Otherwise they could start moving up here, of course. Maybe that's an... That would be bad if they come here. They can attack me hill to hill. Let's anyway attack these guys. I want to try to force them to retreat from that position and get my flanks secured. Yeah. So 2 dice against those guys. And we didn't get that flag, and we didn't get any heat at all. That was a bad roll. Now the Greeks will fight back. They hit with 1 because they have Leotychides adjacent to them. So not a great success there. These bow units will now fire at those weakened phalanx unit climbing up that slope. Okay, 2 flags actually, and they cannot ignore any one of these. They need to go back 2 hexes. That was not good for the Greeks. Now they have their flanks open. And also they could do the breach here, right? Now they can't. They are too far away. So that was, even though we didn't get any hit, I think this was a really good roll. Okay, for the next bow attack we want to see some hits, because now we want to eliminate a phalanx unit there from the Athenians. So let's see, 2 dice, we're looking for a blue, we got it, eventually. Good fire there, we get the second block or banner. Like that, we are actually having the Persians in the lead now. That's a rare sight. Okay, and then maybe for the most important thing here in this turn. We start here, we will attack Xanthipus and his phalanx with 3 dice. We hit with leader symbols 2. We got 2 hits, that's awesome. That's really good. They stand their ground though. Let's see what happens to Xanthipus. He's fine. And they will fight back. They will probably inflict some casualties on me now, but it's totally worth it, I think. Yep. They actually did hit 3 times there. Yeah. So, gosh. It was an expensive attack, but I still think it was worth it, because we have still 1 to go here. We need 1 hit, and that last dangerous unit of the Athenians is history. If we get only 1 hit, and again we have leader support here, so it should be doable. Yep, we got 2 hits. Those guys are gone. We get yet another banner here. And now we shall see what happens with Xantippus. And I mean, this is only one die now. So he's really in danger now. He's fine, so he can now evade or retreat back. And he will now join these light units there, or the bow units. So we are seeing a disaster on the Athenian flank here. So how could the Greeks respond to that? Okay, leadership any section. Or center commands. I kind of want to get those guys into battle in the center now, but that will give the Persians too much time to attack me. They will get me there, I guess. They can get me there if I don't activate those guys. So, and this takes too much time. It takes 2 turns before I'm actually getting anything happening there. I get a kind of a feel of panic for the Greeks now. I mean, whatever I do, there will be something left unattended and they can get hit next time. I mean, I could, with this hand, I could do three things in a row with a center command here, which is my strongest part now. On the other hand, I have started the battle with the Spartans, so I would like to get more attacks there. Also, I could. The bad thing is though, my line is broken. These guys have retreated, so we cannot activate that last Spartan phalanx unit with this leadership card. That's bad. On the other hand, if we would play this card now, we could start marching up these guys and get that guy also activated because he's in the center section too. We can move up 1 hex and we have the line again, and then we can play this card eventually. Perhaps that's the best thing we can do now, yeah. So we play 3 in the center. We'll activate those guys, we activate those guys, and also this leader in the center. So we'll start moving up now, slowly, to get some help to Xantippus. And there we still have a line coming. And here we want to get into contact again with our leader, Leotychides, so we can do another attack next time. Yeah. Oops. Let's play the Persian response then. Clash of Shields. Yeah, if you played that, I would get 2+2 dice here, 4 dice. They will of course evade, but I mean, we could get some green symbols anyway. Here we would get also 4 dice each in these attacks, and that's very valuable at this point. I think I just have to play this card, I guess. Okay, let's still evaluate this one. What could we do? We could throw javelins from there. We could put some heavy fire with those guys. These guys are in contact with the enemy, so they cannot fire. I actually think I'll play this card now. Clash of Shields. Yeah, I will do that because this is the correct moment to do that. So we can activate that unit, we can activate that unit and that unit. Let's start here. So we will have 2 as the base attack, but we get 2 from that one. I know we can increase the battle dice with cards even though we are fighting in bad terrain. These guys will evade. They will run into cover behind these phalanx units coming up here. But we'll see. We can hit still with some green. Okay, we got 1 hit. So 1 bow unit down there. And let's see if Xanthipus escaped the javelins coming. Yes, he did. The Persians are in full control here. Even though we have some heavier troops coming in now, so, but I mean, it's a long way to that camp. Okay, so here, now we'll start attacking Leotychides' troops. That's 4 dice too. And we got, unfortunately, nothing at all. Bad roll by the Persians there. That was bad. And they can now hit back. And they get instead 2 hits. Okay, Spartans are showing some good morale here. They're standing the ground, taking no casualties, and actually eliminate those hill defenders. We're getting the second banner here now. So it's 3-2 right now. We have 1 more. And I wonder who I want to hit. Maybe I should go for the Auxilia now. That's 4 dice. Come on. No. Another bad roll. Really bad roll by the Persians. The Auxilia hit back. And they hit with 1. Okay. A good card. More or less wasted. Well, we got something here, but not good enough, I think. So this hill position is now, you could easily say it's lost now. The Spartans will no pour in there, I'm sure of that. So we need to, as the Persians begin to think how to defend the center here now, because we are losing the ground here. Okay, we have a medium, we could move it up. We have some harassment troops there, some lights. And, well, not too strong of a Auxilia unit there left now, holding that bank. Okay, that was the Clash of Shields. Really bad rolls there. Alright, I think, I thought this actually would be a two-part video, but this battle is also dragging out, so I think I'll end this video here, and we'll get back with part 3 in a few days. And I guess I had the feeling it will be the last one, but we don't know. Anything can happen. A good game so far though. Athenian front has collapsed. The remnants are retreating to the center for the shelter of these phalanxes that has eventually starting marching up against the Persians. Spartans are seeing some success. There was a critical moment right now, also with these guys retreated. 2 hexes actually back, they were on the river, but now they're back and it's their turn, so if possible they will force on here, otherwise we will close in with the center. Let's see what happens in part 3. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope we'll be back for the next part. Bye for now.